This bodyguard's first day on the job, he discovers that his employer has mysteriously died in his room. Nick's mind went blank for a moment, but he quickly regained his composure. Nick began to carefully examine the entire crime scene. He made sure not to miss any clues. There were 2 glasses of unfinished red wine on the table, and a pair of golden earrings. This indicated that a woman had been here last night. Nick then entered the inner room. He found that the safe had been opened, and the contents were gone. It was clear that this was a well-planned assassination. Realizing the severity of the situation, Nick did not report it to his superiors. Instead, he immediately contacted his colleague. He secretly locked down the entire villa. After doing all this, Nick went to the duty room. He retrieved all the surveillance footage from last night. Sure enough, he discovered that a woman entered the room at night.
Wait, rewind that for me. Freeze it. A little more. Okay.
After the woman left, the employer went downstairs for a drink. He didn't return to his room to sleep until 10 p.m. But the last person the employer saw before sleeping was actually Nick himself, and they had a conversation for more than 10 minutes. It seemed that the woman didn't have time to commit the crime. Instead, Nick himself became the prime suspect. In order to quickly uncover the truth, Nick called in his partner Andy, who had just finished his shift. The 2 of them had once been comrades who trusted each other with their lives. He was the only person Nick could trust. After quickly explaining the situation, he asked Andy to quietly check the entire house, but not to take pictures or make any notes. This was to avoid drawing attention from others. Nick then returned to the duty room himself. He asked the staff to retrieve the surveillance footage from the second half of the night. Sure enough, this time, he discovered something unusual. After Nick finished talking with the employer, Andy came over to take over his shift. The footage showed that Andy had been patrolling normally in the first half of the night, but in the later hours of the night, he was seen sleeping on the couch for an hour. The careful staff noticed in the glass reflection of the TV that shortly after Andy fell asleep, the TV screen suddenly froze. It only resumed an hour later. Then Andy woke up. Half an hour later, the monitoring staff came to take over the shift. During this time, Andy had been asleep. This meant that someone had secretly tampered with the footage. Soon, news of the employer's death spread. The entire villa was sealed off. The police quickly took over the scene. As the last person to meet with the employer, Nick clearly became the prime person of interest. The investigator asked him to recall the conversation he had with the employer the previous day. However, when Nick saw the lead investigator, he instantly recognized her. She was the owner of the golden earrings. But to his surprise, she had become the investigator handling this case. Please follow me to learn more about the story's development.